Welcome to the Gold Collection, the best of the best from the world of entertainment. A is for acceptance. Alias. Ageless. Achievement. Adventure. All American. Auctions. And more. A is for attraction, and for these Hollywood couples, the attraction is as strong as ever. This Hollywood power couple married in 2000, and despite a whopping 25-year age difference, have 2 children together. For Michael Douglas, it was Catherine Zeta-Jones's beauty, but she says Michael's knowledge attracted her.
I love you and thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Perhaps part of the attraction was sharing the same birthday. After 17 years together, famous couple Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are still attracted to each other. They show no signs of celebrity strife and have 2 children. Hanks has said, "My attraction to Rita was instant, and apparently the feeling was mutual." Actress Goldie Hawn has been attracted to the same man for more than 22 years. The blonde bombshell shares her life with actor Kurt Russell and says the key to their loving relationship is spending plenty of time apart. The sexy Private Benjamin star has one of the most stable partnerships in Tinseltown. A is for All American, and these celebrities are as American as the Star-Spangled Banner. He was the All-American kid Richie Cunningham in the 50s revival sitcom Happy Days. These days, Ron Howard is living the all-American dream as a successful Hollywood movie director. Ron Howard has been behind some of our most popular movies, including Splash, Cocoon, Backdraft, and the Academy Award-winning A Beautiful Mind, starring Russell Crowe. Considered by many film critics to be the greatest, Meryl Streep is undoubtedly America's most successful film actress.
Mom, what's happening?
Famous for disappearing into her characters, Meryl Streep is a film icon and a favourite with directors and audiences.
I remember thinking to myself, so this is the beginning of happiness.
With 13 Academy Award nominations and 2 wins, Meryl is the ultimate all-American actress.
How long have we been riding together, Charlie? Nigh on 10 years.
From all-American actor to director and producer, Kevin Costner has had huge success in Hollywood with a long list of movie roles. Costner's most popular success was the epic Dances with Wolves. The film was nominated for 12 Academy Awards and won 7, including 2 for Kevin personally.
I always hoped somebody gentle and caring might come along.
I'm not who you think I am, Sue.
Brad Pitt can count himself as an all-American success story. Not only blessed with good looks, he's a talented actor that makes $10 million plus per movie. Then there's the international fame and relationships with Gwyneth Paltrow, Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie. Some guys have all the luck.
You've just been identified by a competing agent. How are you going to handle it?
I'm gonna borrow this.
A is for adaptation. So just how difficult is it to adapt someone else's work for the big screen?
To begin, coffee would help me think. Coffee and a muffin.
In the movie Adaptation, Nicolas Cage plays Charlie Kaufman, a writer hired to adapt a non-fiction book for the screen.
Drum roll, please. I'm gonna be a screenwriter, like you.
But with a grave case of writer's block and plagued by insecurities, this writer's adaptation has hit a brick wall.
Like technology versus horse.
Critics and the most devoted Tolkien fans praised Peter Jackson's adaptation of The Lord of the Rings, from the J.R.R. Tolkien trilogy to the big screen.
Every path you have trod through wilderness, through war, has led to this road.
The enemy will never let Aragorn come to the throne of Gondor.
It is time. Give him the sword of the king.
Become who you were born to be.
Slick your hair and wear your buckle.
Taken from the hit Broadway musical and adapted for the big screen, Chicago hit the cinemas in a blaze of sequins, sparkles and high kicks.
And all that jazz. Hold on, hun, we're gonna bunny hug about some aspirin down at United.
With Catherine Zeta-Jones and Renee Zellweger in the spotlight as nightclub sensations, the movie won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. A is for adventure, so get ready for the blockbuster ride of your life. Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson brought this classic adventure story back to life.
Oh! There's the wall ahead!
The sweeping cinematic remake of King Kong.
You're feeling uneasy, Anne.
An overzealous film director, his leading lady and a screenwriter are part of an expedition crew on an adventure to the mysterious Skull Island in search of King Kong, the biggest gorilla in the world. She's the best thing to have happened to adventure movies since Indiana Jones.
Which contained life and death.
And it has never been seen since.
His name is Jonathan Rice. He doesn't care who his weapons kill or why.
It's a weapon more powerful than you could ever imagine.
As the globe-trotting adventurer Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie is trying to save the world from evil. Intrepid and fearless, Jolie brings to life the video game character that became the world's sexiest adventurer.
Indiana Jones. Always knew someday you'd come walking back through my door.
Indiana Jones is the supreme action hero who just loves an adventure. And if you're going along for the ride with Indy, played by Harrison Ford, you'd better be prepared for anything. Cheating death with only a bullwhip for protection, life for Indiana Jones is one long adventure. A is for Ageless, so let's meet the Hollywood seniors who are aging gracefully. Julie Andrews will always be remembered for her role as Maria in The Sound of Music and as the prim and proper nanny in Mary Poppins.
My own little corner in my own little chair.
Fresh-faced and natural with a pixie haircut, Julie Andrews' looks remain today, more than 40 years after reaching superstar status. this ageless star is still drawing in audiences.
I beg your pardon?
The daughter of film icons Roberto Rossellini and Ingrid Bergman, Isabella Rossellini is an ageless beauty who achieved great modelling success as the face of Lancôme. Isabella Rossellini's grace and charm are timeless. Her stunning beauty continues to shine today.
I'm your lady.
Former fashion model Lauren Bacall has become an ageless fashion icon and was a role model for modern-day women early in her career.
She knows that the work ethic is very important.
Bacall's allure is ageless. The sultry voice and dark brooding eyes are still as prominent today as in 1948's Key Largo. Sean Connery seems to get more sex appeal as he gets older. The ageless star with the distinctive Scottish accent is still considered a Hollywood heartthrob, despite his greying hair. Mr. Connery still cuts a fine figure in a suit, just as in his James Bond prime. And with a credible on-screen romance with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Sean seems to be ageing like a fine Scotch. A is for achievement, and these industry big names have reached the very top. After studying film at New York University, Martin Scorsese launched the careers of Robert De Niro and Harvey Keitel with his movie Mean Streets. Scorsese's cinema achievements have been many and varied, and despite a few flops, he is considered one of the greatest living American filmmakers.
They just sold the property and they want to make it into condominiums.
The critics have hailed Scorsese's film achievements, from 1980's Raging Bull to The Aviator in 2004. The Star Wars films of George Lucas have without doubt been his greatest achievements and made him one of the most successful movie makers in history. The space adventure has 5 sequels and broke box office records around the world. George Lucas can also add the Indiana Jones movies, being head of Lucasfilms and his special effects studio's Industrial Light and Magic, to his list of achievements. Steven Spielberg. He is regularly referred to as the most successful movie mogul ever, with directorial achievements including Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T. and Schindler's List. So, is there anything else this creative genius can achieve? Steven Spielberg says he never stops dreaming of new projects.
These are only the first. They'll keep coming.
A is for acceptance, and award ceremonies are where the stars really glitter. Who could forget Adrian Brody's 2003 acceptance of his Academy Award for The Pianist? I bet Halle Berry won't.
And it's for every nameless, faceless woman of color that now has a chance because his door tonight has been opened.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Oh, so happy to have been able to work with this amazing group of youngsters over here.
I'll always be chasing you, Sydney. I'll always be following in your footsteps. There's nothing I would rather do, sir. Nothing I would rather do. God bless you.
Before my mom passed away about 18 months ago, she predicted that this was going to happen for me on this film. Well, she also made that prediction on every movie that I've directed since 1983.
We're so thankful that Lord of the Rings did not qualify in this category.
And even though they weren't expecting it, winners seem to always have an acceptance speech ready.
I'm just a girl from a trailer park who had a dream You're giving me this delightful shock. You're very good. Good night, and God bless you.
A is for Alias. Who were they before they were famous? Born in Nutbush, Tennessee, the daughter of a sharecropper, Anna Mae Bullock was soon to become an international rock star called Tina Turner. Anna Mae met Ike Turner at high school. They married, and she took his surname and changed her name to Tina. When the marriage broke down, Tina famously asked for no financial compensation, only the right to keep her name.
Something in her smile.
Elton John was born Reginald Kenneth Dwight in 1947 in Middlesex, England, to a middle-class family.
That I need no other lover.
In the mid-1960s, Reginald changed his name to Elton John by deed poll, in homage to bluesology saxophonist Elton Dean and Long John Baldry. Born Gordon Sumner in 1951, this future musician was raised in Newcastle in the northeast of England. The story goes that Gordon was fond of wearing a black and yellow striped jersey that made him look like a bee. So, his friends christened him Sting. The lead singer of The Police, Sting continues to have enormous success as a solo artist as well.
55 for the gentleman.
A is for auctions, and it seems in Hollywood, everything has its price. Marlon Brando's hand-marked Godfather script sold for a record $312,000 at auction. And it seems the public's craving for all things celebrity just seems to get more intense. From the Beatles to Marilyn Monroe, not simply satisfied with seeing the movie, reading the autobiography, or listening to the CD, today, fans and collectors are looking for the personal possessions of the rich and famous. Anything associated with Beatle John Lennon, from song lyrics to scribbles, are auctioned to the highest bidder for a small fortune. Wizard of Oz fanatics hoping to own the dress worn by Judy Garland in the iconic film needed to appeal to the great and powerful wizard for financial support. It sold for almost $263,000. Movie memorabilia. It's gone. A is for art house, and the people who put their artistic vision first. Lars von Trier experiments with form and the conventions of film itself.
And that's the end of a really sort of strange, quite beautiful experience.
With art house movies Dogville and Mandalay to his credit, he's probably the most ambitious and visually distinctive filmmaker to emerge from Denmark.
Probably give you all kinds of free stuff. Jewelry, clothes, probably give you cars, right?
Jim Jarmusch came from Ohio to New York to study film and went on to learn his craft in Paris as well. Jarmusch's highly stimulating art house film Stranger Than Paradise won the Camera d'Or at the 1984 Cannes Film Festival. And he has had success with Coffee and Cigarettes and Broken Flowers, starring Bill Murray.
Cars, everything you need. All you have to do is give them a credit card.
What are you talking about?
The Sundance Film Festival was started in 1978, presenting a series of artistic films and provided a program for art house movies made outside the Hollywood system. Founded by Robert Redford, the festival is the premier showcase for new work from American and international filmmakers. Sundance now ranks amongst the top 5 events of its type in the world. A is for affluent, so let's meet Hollywood's movers, shakers and moneymakers. Even when affluent actress Cameron Diaz left Hollywood behind to trip around the globe with famous eco-minded friends, her status as one of the film industry's top earners remained. The Charlie's Angels star is one of Hollywood's richest 100 celebrities, pulling in an 8-figure sum for her role in Shrek 2. She's back in front of the microphone for the animated series' 3rd instalment. Offering bulk discounts on DVDs to churches is far from standard Hollywood marketing procedure, but it worked for the affluent Mel Gibson. After raking it in at cinemas with The Passion of the Christ, he got doubly rich off the video and DVD sales, landing him right behind Oprah and George Lucas on the rich lists. Will Smith's $20 million per role fee is sky high, but this movie star earns his keep. The futuristic thriller I, Robot and the romantic comedy Hitch each brought in $350 million at the box office. The Ali star netted a healthy portion of the profits on top of his hefty paycheck. That's all for today. Next time, the gold collection will bounce through B.